Talk a little bit about getting involved in the custom motorcycle industry. So Dave said it, when the economy turned to shit, that really kind of changed everything here, and we had to refocus things a little bit. Now there's a couple things you can do. You can sit back and wait for things to change, or you can go out and make changes. And I know Dave's been very proactive. He's got some deals with Allstate now. He's out traveling around the shows. Myself, I've been involved with the AMD World Championship and now the Ultimate Builder Competition. And we're trying to broaden the audience of custom bikes, not only for the consumers so they get to see more of these bikes like at this type of show, which is kind of new in a broad-based motorcycle show, but also to attract more younger builders into the industry. Dave's daughter Jody has been a protege of Dave's, obviously works at the shop, but she's done some fine builds herself. So talk a little bit, Dave, about you know, what you're doing to kind of make some things happen, attract some new guys, and the different deals you have so we keep the custom industry alive.
Well, you know, Bob, you're right. As far as the younger generation, you know, there's a lot of young guys out there that are building, you know, these crazy bobbers, and you know, I kind of shake my head. You know, you know, a lot of them are really cool, but you know, this is a very difficult business to make a living at. And you know, I have a lot of kids that come up to me and you know, and say, hey Dave, can you just tell me what does it take? What do I got to do to be, you know, on top and in magazines and everything else that goes with it? And I says, well listen, it's no secret. You got to work as many hours as you possibly can. You have to live the life. I mean, you have to be motorcycles 24/7 and devote your life to making it work no matter what it takes. And that's a pretty tall assignment nowadays. You know, I did it back then, and you know, expenses and everything else weren't what they are today. But to really make it, that's the formula. You can have a shitload of money behind you and try to go that way. Doesn't work. If you don't live the life and you don't truly love every portion of what you're doing, you're in trouble.
You know, Dave really hit the nail on the head there. I talk about passion in motorcycles. You know, Webster defines passion as a strong desire to be involved in something, a real fondness for something. And we all know about the passion of riding motorcycles and getting in the wind and kind of leaving everything behind. But there's also the passion of building motorcycles. And I have spent many hours over at Dave's shop at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's been helping me with projects I had. I felt privileged to help Dave on some of his projects, but that's still what it takes. I'm still out there in between shows. I don't do as much building anymore, but 3 o'clock in the morning you can find me out in my barn looking at bikes. And you don't need to have CNC machines, you know, you can have a die grinder and a little hand grinder and just work and get it done, but it takes dedication. You know, you see some of these television programs and they talk about, it makes you think that you can build these bikes in 2 weeks. Well, being involved with this show and the AMD and knowing Dave, some of these bikes take thousands of hours. They're the culmination of years of thinking and designs and coming together like that. So, you know, Dave, how can people contact you if they want to learn some more about this? I know the internet is a great source, but still there's nothing better than mentoring, and I've never met a better community than the builder community in terms of helping people get started.
Well, you're right, Bob. There really isn't, I don't think there's another group of guys in any field, anywhere, that are equal to the group of builders that we have, as far as being helpful and being there to answer questions and all that kind of stuff. Anybody can get a hold of me. Just go on my website, Perewitz.com. My phone number's there. I'm usually in the shop every day during the week. And then you can look at my schedule. My schedule will be posted on my website, and I'm on the road almost every week now, between Allstate and several other things I've got going on. So, you know, if I'm doing a show nearby, you know, come to the show and I'll be glad to give you whatever information, you know, you need. And, you know, but the thing is, I can give you all the information in the world. If it's not coming from the heart and you don't truly love it, You know, when you get up in the morning, you just can't wait to get to work. That's what you got to have. That's what I have. When I wake up in the morning, I can't get to work fast enough, as crazy as it sounds, still after 40 years. But it's the passion of it all, and you know, we're trying to bring more young guys into it, and women too. You know, my daughter is following right in my footsteps. She's got the true passion. She's got 3 or 4 of her own bikes, and she rides every minute that she can. She rides, and you know, that's really what it takes. It can be very discouraging when you know, when at the end of the week there's no paycheck. You know, and then the next week that guy that promised to bring you in that money and he didn't show up, and you know, these are the things you have to deal with. And like I say, it's a tough industry. When the motorcycle TV came around in the early 2000s, you know, it was a huge boost for the industry. It was really good, but at the same time, it was bad in some ways. You know, it made everyone think that, you know, if you knew how to turn some wrenches, you could start a shop in your garage. And I can't tell you how many poor guys remortgaged their house to open up a bike shop, and you know, shortly after found out it wasn't quite that simple. But hey, I'm available, you know, by phone, or catch me at the shows if you need any information. I'll be glad to, you know, help anybody out, and my daughter Jody would do the same.
Well, Dave, you know, we've talked about building, getting in custom bikes, but I think you have a pretty neat deal going over there on Allstate. Isn't there an opportunity for everybody to win a Perewitz original?
Absolutely. Allstate, the deal that I have with Allstate is awesome. I'm the national spokesperson for Allstate in the motorcycle industry. And in 2010, we did 21 events. In 2011, we're doing 26 events. At each event, we'll have the booth set up, or it'll be the Allstate garage if it's outside. And they've got a custom bike over there that I built for Allstate. And at the end of each year, they're going to give that bike away. And all it takes to win that bike is come over. There'll be some girls standing around. You give them your driver's license, they scan it, and that's it. You get either a free t-shirt or one of my calendars or a poster, and you're entered to win the bike. So, you know, it could be as easy as that.
Well, that's fantastic. We really appreciate all your efforts and contributions to the custom industry. Thanks for taking the time to be with us today, Dave.
Bob, it was a pleasure, and you know, I love working with you. Whenever we can, we'll make it happen.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody, for coming to see Dave Perewitz.